Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, this is Antony Carpen here in central Cambridge. I'm in the large hall at the Guildhall complex, a wonderful Victorian building, which is actually one of my favourite buildings in Cambridge, and as you can see behind me there is a wonderful organ. And that organ has been broken for absolutely ages, and when I threw a Freedom of Information request at the council asking how much it was going to cost to repair it, they said £500,000. So if you know any millionaires with £500,000 going, please let the council know, because it would be lovely to get that organ repaired. Now, the stage you can also see behind me, as well as hosting many wonderful events and concerts over the past 150 years, was also the stage that Florence Ada Keynes, our first woman councillor here and our second woman mayor here, faced down a standing room only crowd here over the design of the Guildhall that we now have currently in Market Square. I'm doing some research on the designs of the Guildhall and how it took just absolutely ages to get the current Guildhall built, and there's a wonderful newspaper article in the Cambridge Independent which shows a 75-year-old Florence Ada Keynes as one of our aldermen or senior councillors, basically dealing with all of the arguments that were being put forward by various people who said, look, we're not happy with the design. Bear in mind at that time it had taken over 80 years just to get to the stage of having yet another design that was at risk of basically being thrown out, because the previous design, which was what I like to call the wedding cake by the architect John Belcher in 1898, was thrown out because the councillors at that time decided to put the whole thing out to a referendum. And one of the reasons why we are here is because of the complete mess of the European Union referendum and the Brexit that it has led to, which has also led to the general election that we currently have. And we've just had the exit poll, which has just left absolutely everybody flabbergasted, because, again, the media and the opinion polls were saying it was going to be a huge Tory victory, and it has come out saying it's going to be a hung parliament. Now, again, exit polls are exit polls, it's not the real thing, but it's made a lot more people say, we're going to be staying up to watch this. We're expecting a result here around 3-4 in the morning. My hunch is that Labour are going to take it. It's going to be by a narrow margin, I expect. And this is because, really for a couple of reasons. One, Labour were able to get out their vote in a very, very big way. They had over 150 people up at 5 o'clock in the morning going around town, dropping leaflets to local residents very early in the morning to get the commuter vote, and then they've had 750 people again running around town getting the vote out. The Liberal Democrats also have had an excellent operation, which I've seen close up because they hired a hall out in my local neighbourhood. But unfortunately for them, they just weren't able to get nearly as many people out. That said, they still had hundreds and hundreds of people in and around Cambridge campaigning day in, day out, and actually it's a credit to both parties for the operations they ran. The rising star of this campaign, certainly for me, has been Stuart Tuckwood for the Greens, who's performed excellently at the hustings, winning over many a swing voter. So it'll be interesting to see if he can improve on Dr. Rupert Reed's score of, I think it's just over 4,100 votes in 2015, which was a slight increase on the 3,800 or so votes that his predecessor, Tony Juniper, the former head of Friends of the Earth, got. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you because there are more people coming here and it's getting very, very cosy. So I will speak to you soon.